Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today, I'm going to entitle this video, and you guys are going to get a hoot out of this one. An eBay story, reading between the lines, liar. Now, what happened was December the 13th, I ordered an item off of eBay, and that was the most I've ever paid. It was like $600, and I'm doing this again. Because normally when I purchase music gear, I usually deal with them companies like Guitar Center, Music Go Round, and some others, you know, because they're a reputable company and you're not going to have any issues with returning if it's not to your liking or it's just not working. So I was in the process of purchasing this particular item on a Guitar Center site. And I had the page up, I had my credit card out, and some told me to refresh the page before I entered that information. And when I did, the item was gone. It was 2 o'clock in the morning when I was about to pull the trigger. But that's my fault because I should have bought it the day before yesterday because I'm like, this is a great price for this item. It's hard to find this. So I missed out. So I went on eBay, found the same item, actually for maybe $50 cheaper. I purchased it on the 13th. And normally what happens is the seller usually ship it within 3 to 4 days. So I look up, it's the 3rd day, and then I get an email here from him saying he's going to ship it in 3 more days. I'm like, that's 6 days, dude. You know, eBay allows you like 3 or 4 days, and you're going to take an additional 4 days or 3 days. So I'm like, okay, man, go and ship the thing. So for some reason, I think it's supposed to be on Friday, and he didn't ship it yet. And I'm going to tell you, I'm read verbatim because this is ridiculous. It's like, come on, man. Who's the stupid one here? Okay, let me see. Okay, so here's this an excuse supposedly for not shipping it. And you can read through this line like it's crazy. I'm just letting you know that they are holding my money from other items. Now, my first question is, what do the other items got to do with our transaction? I sold, let me try to read this again. I'm just letting you know that they are holding my money from other items I sold, releasing it on the 18th. Now here's the reason why this is a lie. First of all, he didn't mention they're holding our money for our transaction. So he's saying they're holding money for others. What does that have to do with me? I paid you and I paid you for shipping and handling. So what does that have to do with me? Then I'll have the funds to ship it. You got the funds already. And just say, for instance, for the sake of this debate or discussion, that they've held all of his money. They hold the transition from me. They hold the transition from these other transactions. You still got to ship out the item, man. Because I know this is a lie because they only do that when you are new to eBay. When you first open up an account for the first 90 days, this is how it works. I sign on as a seller. Somebody buys the item from me. I have to ship it, and the shipping comes out of my pocket. And then once they receive it, eBay releases all the money to me. So you have to sometimes front the money. But I know this is not the case. In his case, since he's been here over a year, I've seen, when he started eBay, at least a year, probably 2. So that's a lie. They're not holding no money for any transactions when you are not new no longer. You're no longer new, so that's a lie. Then I noticed he didn't say our transaction was included in the money held. And that's important because it's like this is about our transaction, not the other one. So he's lying out his teeth like crazy. So he's going to ship it on Monday. Today's Monday. It's almost 6 o'clock because you would think if you've been dragging your feet on a deal and you say you're going to get it out on this day, you go first thing in the morning instead of late in the evening. Here it is again, almost 6 o'clock, and I have not gotten any confirmation from him, because he's on some BS. So let me read up some more. And this is funny. No problem. I'll ship it. And then he didn't say I'll ship it Monday. He just said I'll ship it. Thank you for understanding. And please don't give me a bad review. So what you think you're going to get? I was upfront with you. Now that's the funny part. You're upfront with me with a lie, because this is a lie. So it's just a lot of nerve. I'm upfront with you. I'm being honest with you. No, you're not. You're lying, dude, and you're lying poorly. You know. You getting a good deal? No, I'm not, because I'm getting my money back. I can't give you my money. You don't deserve $600 now. You know, you don't. You know, you're supposed to handle any transaction with the utmost priority, because here's a good example of that. These headphones here are hard to find now. So one went out, and when one goes out, because it's got like 3 in reserve, I buy another one. So one went out 2 days ago. So I said, let me buy another one. So I found one on Mercier, because I couldn't find one on eBay. And I only paid $17 for it. It's brand new, never been opened in the box. I paid for it 3 days ago. The young lady shipped it out the same day. It came today. And then she followed up, saying, it came today, sir. I hope that everything works out. If you have any questions, I'm like, that's grade A service. And that's what I do for you guys when you buy guitars, DVD lessons, or whatever. You get it, you get it shipped out in a very expedited time, matter. It's still this guy gets $600 of my money and think he gonna just sit 6-7 days on the item and still ain't delivered or a confirmation number when he said he's gonna send it out on Monday. So I'm like, you full of BS, man, and you are not getting my money. Even if now you want to ship it, keep it, because I don't do business with clowns. I don't do business with liars. These ghetto deals, I'll forget, or I'll get it out tomorrow. Then you got to go looking for these people instead of them updating you on the situation. So I initially called eBay, and eBay went back on this BS too. We're no longer taking phone calls unless it's for fraud on your account. I can't say we got the pandemic under control, because we don't, but I'm like, so what's your excuse now, a year later, that you're going to snatch back the number? I'm like, since a lot of people that can work from home, they're working from home, so what's the problem? That you can't take my phone call, but you can take my money. So I'm like, I'm leaving eBay alone, because of the sellers on there and their policy now, where I don't want to sit and type on. I want to talk to somebody, okay? Because the person that I'm typing to on the other end, I could be talking to them people. So it ain't like you saving a body. You taking the same body and using it for another purpose that's more difficult to execute than just take that same person and put him on the phone and talk to me, So it's just this ass backwards approach to business now. So I called PayPal. Long story short, the lady that I spoke to, when I explained to her and the way I explained, she laughed, because she's like, yeah, that is ridiculous. I'm like, that's really ridiculous. She said, don't worry about it, sir. Within 11 days, you had your money back in your PayPal account. I'm like, thank you. So now eBay, or should I say Guitar Center, and another company have one for sale. So tonight I'm going to buy that one. And then I'm going to get my money back on this one here within 11 days. But, it's just ridiculous that you got people that just don't want to be honest. They dragging their feet, they lying. I'm like, so what makes you think I want to do business with you, especially on that caliber? If it was $10, $20, I'm like, it's not a super big deal. But, you are going to get the feedback that you deserve, without a doubt, So I just thought I would, post this, be careful out there, guys, especially when you're dealing with eBay and people on eBay, because I checked his feedback and it was decent. He had one issue where somebody claimed that they won the auction and then he canceled the auction because apparently he didn't get what he wanted. You don't do business like that, or you're not going to do business like that with me. So I'm like, you can keep it, man, because it looked like it was in mint condition, still in the box, plastic on it. But I'm like, keep it, man. I'd rather get it used from Guitar Center, a company that has a sense of integrity and has a good reputation. And if I don't like it for any reason, I can send it back. Because there have been some times that I just didn't like what I got. Some of the stuff wasn't working, but just some things like, no, it just don't work for my setup. So I'm not obligated to keep this, So be careful out there, I really don't go through transactions on eBay with my credit cards. I go through transactions on eBay with PayPal, because the PayPal is much quicker. They seize that money as soon as you make that call and say, I want to escalate this, as opposed to you go through the credit card and it's going to take weeks and months to get your money put back on your card, So That's the story. Got to be careful on eBay.